Alright guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to make your own custom piggy skin. So when making your piggy skin, there are 4 steps to doing it. And so step 1 is designing the skin. Step 2, organize the skin, so like making sure everything's like in the right place, like right arm decor is like inside the right arm. And number 3 is rigging the skin, so like that makes it so it's easy to animate and like things aren't all over the place. And then number 4 is animating the skin. So let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is, I actually have this piggy skin template that's linked in the description below. So you just want to get this and make sure it's like in your studio thing. And I also have this piggy heads and weapons kit that I uploaded a long time ago, and I totally did not steal from somebody else on the toolbox, but yeah. So basically I'm just going to be using one of these heads, but you can make your own custom head, but I'm not going to be showing you how to do that in this tutorial. So I'm going to probably pick this little shark dude we got here. So if we drag this guy down, so basically what we're going to do to make this like in position of this head is we're going to copy the C frame. We go down, scroll down, position C frame this, and then we're going to go to the shark head, click on this, and go to, I think is this, or is this? Yep. And basically it puts the shark head in the position, and it's like all centered and stuff, which is good. So basically just reposition it so like goes over the head. So I know it looks a bit big, but we can just control 3 to resize it, or you can go up here to scale. And then what we're going to do inside of the template model is we're going to get the main and also the head accessories and just delete those. So just scale this a bit more so it doesn't look that big. Alright, that looks pretty good. So now it's time for like the actual body. We'll get back to like recoloring this later. So for the body, I actually have this other piggy shirt pack that's not owned by me, but it's owned by whoever this guy is. And so we can just use this. And basically this not template, but like this model has a bunch of different piggy clothes and some like other stuff you can add to your skin. So I'm gonna just use like, I'm probably just gonna use like this one for the pants. So just copy and paste this, these boots, and then do this model, and then Control Shift V, and then those will paste into there. And then for the shirt, we can just select one of these. So I'm probably gonna go with like, I'm just go with this one since it's kind of cool. So we get copy and paste this clothing into here. And get rid of this one, and there we go. So now we got the shark. And then for like, if you want to add other stuff to your skin, you can do that. So I'm gonna add like this scarf, so I'm just gonna copy and paste that, Control V, and then I'm also gonna add, I'm gonna just give him this like hat, and maybe you can also use a tie too, might as well. And then if we go back to this, the head kit that we started off with, we can choose a weapon from here. So I think he would go with like a machete. That looks pretty cool. So I'm just gonna drag this machete over here and delete this, and just select these and move these over here. So yep. So now since we got all the parts of the skin, we can just put them into place where they need to be. So this scarf, what we can do with this is we can get the C frame of what human on a root part, copy this, paste this, and then basically just centers it with the torso. So we can just scale it around like this. Looks pretty good, pretty good. And then tie, you can do the same thing. Go into here. Could do that. Also, if you're wondering how I'm like selecting parts inside of models, it basically, if you do Alt, like if you hold Alt while hovering over a model, it will actually let you select parts inside of the model, which is really cool. And actually, I'm gonna get rid of the tie. Actually, yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of the tie since there's already a scarf. And for the machete, what if we dual wield machetes? That could be cool. So basically, make this like this, and then copy and paste, and go here. There we go. All right, and then for the hat, we can do the same thing that we did before. So copy the position of the head, and this, and move this up, and then bang. There we go. It looks kind of goofy, but it works. So now, time for the actual like coloring the skin. So it's a shark, right? So we're gonna color this like a grayish blue. Oh, and so if the color doesn't work, like see I have this color selected but it's not working on this part, basically we have to scroll down properties and then hit use part color, and then it should show up. So we got that, and then we're gonna copy this color. And what is this? What is this one? Oh, that's the head. Okay, so if we select the fins on both sides like this, and paste this in, and then make it like darker. Yep, that looks pretty good. And we're gonna do the same with the snout. Paste this. Oh, so maybe just looking good. And then do the same thing with this, except make it like lighter. So it's the snout. And that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So we're gonna do the same thing for the arms. And paste this. Cool. And we're gonna make a scarf like, I don't know, what color should a scarf be? Let's make it like, yeah, like that. That looks good. And then keep that black. Maybe make these like a large. So if you just select the legs, since we already have the clothing in, we can just change these to like a light brown, something like that. Looks good. And yeah, so I think we're pretty much finished coloring the skin. So if we want to, we could probably add some like blood textures to the machetes. So like if you just search up blood, then there's like some stuff. Like if you search up blood texture, and yeah, something should show up. So like this, for example. Alright, that looks fine. So if you want to make it like darker, you can actually change the color of it. Change the color of the decal. So like something like this. And choose to like move the transparency. And copy this and then just paste it over here. And it looks pretty good. Pretty good. So now time to rig the skin. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to hold left click and just select all the things, and then do Control G, which is going to group it, and then actually what should I name this? What should I name this guy? I don't know, we'll decide that after. So we got the shark head, hat, machete, and all that stuff. Alright, so shark head. Basically, there's a lot of parts in this, right? So we're just gonna simplify it and make it like 3 parts. Watch this. So union, so this is top snout. So you want to rename the parts so it's like easier to know when it's what you're animating when you're like animating the skin. So bottom snout, and what is this? This is the main. And this is, wait, what is this? Oh, this is inside. So I don't think we need to like rename most of these, since what we're gonna end up doing now is just bang bang. Wait, what is this? Actually, wait. I'm so sorry. Wait. So basically, this one's the inside of the bottom cell. So inside bottom snap, and then put that in there. Inside now, so keep that. What is this? Oh, there's multiple. Alright. Inside now, 2, and then 3. Also, if you don't know how to rename parts, you can just right click on the part and it'll rename it for you. So now 4. Oh, and that's good. Alright, so that's a fin. So for these teeth, we can't actually union these because they're meshes, so we can just like select the ones that are top teeth and bottom teeth. So just get, yeah, there's no, we don't need to rename these. We're good, we'll rename them. So we select these, and then we're gonna right click on all of them after you selected them, and just group as folder, and just call it top teeth, and then put this inside top snap, and then with the bottom teeth we can just do the same thing. So group folder, and then bottom teeth. So bottom teeth, and yeah, so I think now, oh, I forgot to recolor the red. Alright, hold up. So we're gonna do that. And then another thing I forgot to do was we could actually make these pupils like a different color. So I'm gonna just make both of these neon, so it's like shiny, and then make it like orange. Just like something like this. Yeah. Alright, so now time for like renaming the rest of the parts. So this is right eye. What is this? Left pupil. And then what is this? Oh, that's a fin. This is left eye. Left eye, and then right pupil. Alright, so now with everything else that isn't named, I think we can just, what is it? Oh yeah, so get this. And basically, that looks really goofy, but like, yeah, that will get, so basically we're just gonna union all this. So just call this main, and then we should be good for a head. So we got everything named and stuff. We got the hat. Let's put the hat in here. And yeah, so now we're just gonna ungroup this, Control U for ungroup, and then we're just gonna right click and create a folder. I'm just gonna call this, I'm just gonna call this head stuff, and then put it inside the template. So now we got the head finished, which is probably like the biggest part, and we got the cape, so we can rename just a scarf. 1, 2, and then machete R, because that's the right machete, and then machete L for our left machete, and then put these in the right places. So like right machete going to the right arm, left machete going to the left arm. Alright, so now it is time to rig. So we got the entire thing now. We got the skin finished, the designs finished. Now it's time to rig. But first, I need to come up with a name for this skin. So, what should I name this guy? I'm gonna name this guy. Well, if you're having trouble coming up with names, you can search up, like, say your name, like you got a shark, like I do. Search up names that start with S. So like you can just use like some of these. So I'm gonna just name mine Steve. So this guy is called Steve, and then now we can rig it. So basically there's a plugin for rigging, and it's called Rig Edit Lite. I'll also link this in the description below. So basically we click this and it'll show this, like, it'll basically make your skin transparent and show all these things that you got right here. So the template already has the legs and the arms rigged for you, which is really good. So we don't have to do any of that. Like all of these little dots here, they represent these little Motor 6Ds. So you don't need to delete any of these. But what we do need to do is rig the rest of the stuff we added on. So if you got a torso, so click torso and then control left click on the scarf and then hit go up here, create welds. So basically this will weld the torso to the scarf. So basically it will, like, the torso, like the scarf is kind of like stuck to the torso sort of. Now you don't have to do a weld, you can actually do a create joint if you want to animate the scarf, but we're not going to be doing that. So now we got the torso finished, right arm, and we got the machete. So we're gonna right arm, left click, control, machete, and then create joints. So I'm actually gonna animate these machetes. You don't have to. You can create welds for them, but I'm gonna animate them. And so I'm gonna make this step up here 0, so I can actually move these. So I'm gonna move this joint back to the hand, so it's easier to animate this machete. You'll see when I start animating that this joint will make it easier. And I'm gonna do the same thing for the machete on this end and just move this joint back. There we go. Now it is time to rig the head. So this part is kind of complicated. Well, not really too complicated, but kind of complicated. So basically we're going to go to head and then control left click main and then create joints. Alright, so now we got this head rigged to the main, and we're going to go main top snout. And basically this part's kind of confusing because we're going to move this joint back to like the head so that it's a lot easier to animate the snout. Because if the joint's at the center of the snout, then it's gonna like be super hard to rotate. But if it's at the back, then it will be easier to like rotate up and down with it like going all over the place. And we're gonna do the same with the bottom snout. So just move it back, like that should be good. And then now we're gonna weld all of these teeth to the top snout. So basically if we open up top snout, we got all the teeth here, and just do control, so control left click on this, on the tooth, and then if you actually hold shift left click, then it'll select all the teeth at once, and then you can just weld all those at the same time. So now we do the same for the bottom snout. So we got all this, and you can actually click them individually if you want to, and do the same. So now it looks really like a mess, but it actually isn't. And we're actually going to do the same for the inside of the snout, since we don't need to animate that. Alright, now since we've got all the snout stuff figured out, well, not all of it, but we still need to, like, so main, get all this stuff. Oh, I did not do that. Oh my god. So a thing I forgot to say is that if you control Z, if you do Control Z while you're rigging it, it'll get rid of all your progress so far. So now I'm gonna have to redo everything that I've done so far. So I'll just cut to the part where I did it.
A few moments later.
Alright, so we're back to where I was. So basically now we're just gonna go to the main and we're gonna rig all the inside stuff since we're not gonna be animating that. And then after that, I'm just gonna put a little joint on the hat so that just in case I want to animate it. And then for the eyes, so I'm just gonna weld the eyes since I'm not really gonna be like animating those, but we're gonna rig the pupils just in case you want to play around with those. And yeah, that's the head finish. So now if you want to test this out, I'm gonna be using Moon Animator to animate this, but if you don't have Moon Animator, then you can use, if you go here to avatar and go to animation editor, you can actually click on the model and just title it like idle or something like that. So basically you can now move this stuff around, but I'm just gonna add all the parts. So add the entire body and so I'm gonna pose him real quick, just testing out the rig. So yeah, you see how like it's moving like that, so it's not like at the center. That's why we moved the joints back, so it's like a lot easier. It's really cool. And then this. So yeah, that's basically the skin fully rigged, which is really good. So basically now I'm not gonna save that, and we're gonna go into Moon Animator, and basically now we're gonna click on the rig and then click new rig animation. Everything will show up here. So basically whenever you move a part, it will like create a keyframe. So like basically I do this and then do this, then it will like move over a certain amount of time. But what I'm gonna do is that, so we're gonna get rid of both these keyframes, and I'm gonna pose an idle real quick. So just like rotate this forward, something like that, and then like similar to what we were just doing. So and this. And then there we go. So that's the idle pose I made. So this is gonna be like the main pose. And then basically we're gonna make like a little idle animation, like so he's gonna be going like up and down sort of. So I've done a lot of idle animations in my time, like animated. So basically you can go to like either 30, 40, 50, but whatever you want to go to, it's gonna be like the middle part of his like breathing. So basically, like we're gonna go here, and if you press R, you can actually switch in between rotating and moving. So that looks pretty good. And go up here, and 80. So like whatever this doubled is what you're gonna put in for the other half. So now these keyframes right here are linear, I don't know how you say it, but basically if we hold left click over the keyframes and press 7, we can actually change the this easing style. So I'm just gonna choose quad in and out, and basically just makes it a lot smoother. If you see that, so you see how smooth it is compared to like here. Switch it back to linear. Yeah, it's like a lot smoother. So basically we're just gonna stick with quad in and out, and you guys see how like the legs are kind of like clipping into the base plate. What we're gonna do to fix that is actually reposition the legs. So if we go down here, reposition them something like this, and then copy the starting keyframe, which is, so if you, the copy and paste keyframes is Shift Z and V. So Shift V to paste, and then we're gonna go over all these and change it to quad in and out, because if it's linear, if the keyframes of the legs are different from the torso, then it's gonna look kind of weird. So yeah, it looks pretty good. But if we make these like linear, see how it's like kind of like glitchy? So we're just gonna make them quad. I'm gonna change this a bit. There we go. That actually looks really good. Okay. So now we're gonna go to here and something like that. This. Alright, so if there's like two lines that we see something that's like glitching out here, then we probably have like a keyframe that's like off placement. So basically we're just gonna move that one back. And then so it kinda looks a bit weird. So we're just gonna go like this. There we go. Actually doesn't look that bad. Alright. Now, since we got the legs and torso done, we can add a lot more stuff to this. So I'm gonna just make it so like the arms move a little bit. So if we go here, like a little past the half, and we can like move this a tiny bit. So this is like really advanced. You don't have to do this, but this is like pretty advanced for animation. So I'm just gonna make this like sign and paste this. So make sure all your starting keyframes are at 0 or at the very end, so your parts don't like glitch out. Okay, that actually doesn't look that bad. I'm probably gonna keep that. And same thing with this one. So move that. And this. Something like that. Alright, and so you can't actually press like the delete button to get rid of keyframes. You have to press this like del button on the keyboard. I don't know if all keyboards have it or not, but yeah. So actually that actually looks pretty good. I'm not even gonna lie. So basically we're gonna add some head movements now, so it looks kind of realistic. So basically we're just gonna go here, look at this. Rotate the head, something like this. So yeah, this is still pretty advanced. Like you don't have to do this. You don't want to. I'm just doing it for like extra, because why not? And then copy and paste this. So now that looks really good. Look at that. So we can actually do the same with the hat too. So if you double click on the hat, it makes a keyframe. So we can like, the hat moves a bit up, and the hat moves a bit down, and then copy this. There you go. That actually looks kind of good. And so I'm gonna make like a little thing where it's gonna, what is it? So 19 keyframes in. So actually, no, that's too extra. I'm not gonna do it. But basically what I was gonna do is gonna copy these keyframes for like 10 seconds or something like that. And basically he would like throw one of these up in the air and like catch it like the machetes, but we're not gonna do that. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to File, Save and Close, and just save this as idle. Idle. There we go. So yeah, that actually looked really really good. Okay. So basically what we're going to do now is we're going to go back into the idle animation, go to File, Save as Walk, and we're going to go back, Save and Close, open up the walk, and just delete all the keyframes that are there from the idle. So now I'm going to reposition him for this walk. I'm just gonna get rid of all these keyframes actually. And this. There you go. Perfect. So now we're just gonna reposition him. Something like this. Actually, I'm gonna make it so like he has both machetes out at like the same time. That's gonna be cool. Okay. Just move these legs out a bit. Something like that, and then this. Alright, that looks pretty good, So I'm just gonna get rid of this and this. Alright, so now the walk is pretty hard to do, so I'm gonna do like a really over advanced way of doing this. So I'm just going to show you guys how to do this. So basically, if you go into Google and you search up walk cycle, then there's this little picture that shows up. So basically, it like kind of shows like the animation process of like a walk animation. So basically, I'm gonna make the torso movements similar to this, which is what I do for most of my animations anyway. So we're gonna go back to here. So you're gonna go down a little bit. Like here, rotate it forward. Also, I forgot to mention, but if you want to loop your animation, there's like a little loop thing next to the plus. So that's how you loop it, but we're not going to loop it for this situation real quick. So basically, if we get this, and move this up. Wait. Looking pretty good. Alright, so basically if we loop this, then this will kind of be like the process of like his animation, his walk animation. Like the loop of his walk animation. So we're just going to copy all this and go 6 keyframes ahead. This. And so basically that's like, yeah, I don't know how to explain that. Alright, so now it's time for the legs. So this part is kind of easy, but it could be confusing. So we're going to move this leg back a little bit. Just like that. And we're going to move this up like this. So, and then we're going to go to this keyframe, the one before he takes a step, before halfway through. We're going to go like this. So basically it's going to look like this. And then if he takes a step right here. And yeah. Whoops. Oops, something like that. Move this back a little bit. Something like that. And then we're going to move this back. Same with this. Back more. And there we go. So there's the first step. So it looks pretty smooth, And then we're going to do the same thing again, except for this leg. So I'm just going to move this up a bit, like that. And then do this. Alright, so we're pretty much done. I just need to make this left leg and back. Copy a starting keyframe and then paste it. So that actually looks really, really good. Look at that. Alright, so now time for the arms. So basically, you know how that's like there. I'm just gonna move this. Oh, that actually. Wait, what? Hold on. Wait, this actually looks kind of good. What? And we're just gonna get all these arms, and we're gonna change the eating style to quad. Holy moly! Yo, that actually looks really good. Hold on, let bro cook. Alright, so now we can do the head. So this is kind of extra, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. So it goes down, up, and then back to the original. Alright, that kind of looks kind of bad, and alright, look. So what if I do this, like make a few keyframes after, and then something like this. Alright, that actually looks really good. Hold on. Alright, so I think we finished the walk. So let's look at the idle walk. Idle. Why does that look so good? I'm not even lying. Wait. Alright. So now we got the idle, the walk done. Now the final one we're gonna do is the strike. So I'm not very good with strikes. That's like my only weakness when it comes to animating. But we're gonna do it anyway. So I'm just gonna call this strike. Get rid of all this. And then I'm gonna probably make it something like, so he's gonna go like, I don't even know. So something like this. And maybe make this like back out. I'm just gonna wait. Hold the phone. Hold up. Hold the phone. Wait, so yeah, we're just gonna make this like super like advanced because why not? Right. And then make this like forward. he's like teleporting. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, that's cool though. That's cool though. Alright, so now I'm just gonna do the legs so we don't have to do those later. He's like teleporting. Alright, so change this to back. And get the keyframe of this. So that's 3. Back out, and then change this one to back out 3, and then pretty good. And what's the overshot here for that? Looking pretty smooth so far, I must say. Hold on. Alright, change this to 4. Alright, that actually looks really good. Hold up. So now we do the arms. So something like holy, wait, hold up, let bird cook, wait. So make this. Yeah, I'm so sorry for not talking, but like I'm actually locked in on this animation right now. So wait, so it goes like that, and this is where the fire starts. So and out. Alright, that actually looks pretty alright. I'll probably... Yeah, I'm not gonna do anything with the head. Actually, I am. I'm gonna do something with the head. So I'm just make this one. And I actually have an idea with these guys. Man, that looks pretty alright. That looks kinda good. Looks kinda good, Alright. Oops. Alright, that looks alright. So I'm probably alright. That's the strike. So now let's take a look at all the animations we got for this one. So idle, pretty good. The walk is definitely my favorite. Like that actually looked really good. I'm not even gonna lie, that actually looks really good. And the strike. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about strike. Alright. So that is how you make a custom piggy skin inside of Roblox Studio. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It took almost an hour to make, which is probably the duration of the video. Hopefully this went over everything that wasn't in the previous one. So yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care and goodbye.